Gul from the Center for Global and Strategic Studies, Islamabad. Welcome to CGSS Bulletin. Today, I have immense pleasure to introduce to you our honorable guest from Republic of Uzbekistan, Mr. Bakhtiyor Mustafayev, head of the Center of Strategic and Regional Studies under the President of Republic of Uzbekistan, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. We will discuss the significance of bilateral relations of Pakistan and Uzbekistan and the common challenges between the two countries. Welcome, Mr. Bakhtiyor Mustafayev. Thank you so much for giving your precious time. Sir, how do you see the growing relationship between Pakistan and Uzbekistan in terms of bilateral relations?
First of all, let me express my gratitude to the CGC for visiting Pakistan and for warm hospitality. And if you nowadays the bilateral relations between Uzbekistan and Pakistan characterized by rapid growth. A bright example for this maybe the turnover between our states. For example, last year it reached more than 100 million, and if we compare with previous years, in 2017 it was around only 30 million. And we see that the turnover between our states, the volume of turnover between our states increased more than 3 times. And in this context, it should be noted the recent statement of our embassy in Pakistan, His Excellency Furqat Siddiqov, about having huge potential between our states. And he said that in next 5-6 years, we have potential to increase our volume of our turnover more than $1 billion. And I also agree with him because we have all conditions for enhancing our cooperation. In this context, I would say about the key factors of which help and assist to enhance our cooperation. First of all, it is a historical background, because we have common history, culture, and religions. In particular, last year, the scientists of our Oriental Institute published a dictionary in which they compared more than 4,000 words, common words in Uzbek and Urdu. It's a very good example about common culture. Yes. And second, it is similar views and approaches and positions on topical regional security issues. And Pakistan also, as Uzbekistan, have principal position fight against terrorism, religious extremism.
Uzbekistan is all set to become a significant trading partner of Pakistan from Central Asia, as the bilateral trade between the two countries has enhanced over $90 million. So how do you perceive these bilateral trade between the two countries can enhance the relationship between the two countries, the economic stability of the two countries?
As you know, after electing our new president, His Excellency Shavkat Mirziyoyev, the regional cooperation between the states of Central Asia took new impetus, and we have achieved a high level of political trust and reaching out breakthrough results in all areas. For example, we signed a treaty on border issue with Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and also we resumed all transport communications, and all of these make contribution to increase our economic cooperation. For example, last year the volume of turnover between Uzbekistan and all other states increased more than $3 billion. And the Uzbekistan also determined the Central Asia as a priority direction of his foreign policy. And so Uzbekistan tried to transform the Central Asia into the region of sustainable development, the region of peace, the region of development. In this case, I want to say that if Central Asia was will develop in a sustainable way, it opens huge potential and gives strategic opportunity to other regions, especially with cooperation with Pakistan, because realizing all transport communication projects, all another infrastructure and huge economic projects depends on the level of regional cooperation. And in this case, as I above mentioned, we have a huge potential, for example, in agriculture sphere and in pharmaceutical sphere, in medicine. For example, in Pakistan also, as Uzbekistan produced each year several million tons fruits and vegetables.
Uzbekistan has taken initiative that focuses on peace and stability of Afghanistan. Also, Pakistan is making effort to fight terrorism and maintaining peace in Afghanistan. Even both countries have decided to work together to align their efforts to make the region peaceful. So, what do you say about it?
Thank you. It's a very interesting question. As I above mentioned, when Uzbekistan determined Central Asia as a priority direction of his foreign policy, we also imply the enhancing cooperation with neighboring Afghanistan. Today, no one can deny that Afghanistan remains as one of the most topical issue on enhancing regional cooperation and international regional security and also international security. And as analysis shows, the situation, military political situation in Afghanistan remains controversial and more comprehensive. So for us, peace in Afghanistan, it's a strategic opportunity. So we consider Afghanistan as a strategic opportunity which can make contribution for enhancing inter-regional cooperation. And say that situation in Afghanistan now require from us a sober assessment, especially in resolving the situation in Afghanistan, taking into consideration the following. First of all, that analysis shows the efforts of international community undertaking more than 4 decades convincingly demonstrated that there is no military way reconciliation of Afghan issue. And second, taking into consideration the changing of content and structure of Afghan conflict because of its internationalization. For us, very important to have to reach a consensus at the regional level, and also came to common understanding and common approach between all extra-regional states and all extra-regional powers. And third one, it is most important condition, as you said, it is and also in Uzbekistan we consider the economic stabilization in Afghanistan as indispensable condition for achieving peace. So Uzbekistan from the first year of his independence made contribution for stabilizing economic situation in Afghanistan. A bright example, it is the construction railway from Khairatan to Mazar Sharif in 2010, and it is the construction of this railway increased the economic of Afghanistan. Also, Uzbekistan supplied with electricity Afghanistan. Since 2002, we increased volume of electricity more than 30 times. And also a bright example, the last visit His Excellency Ashraf Ghani to Uzbekistan, and during his meeting with His Excellency Shavkat Mirziyoyev, there was achieved a very important agreement. One of them, the prolonging the railway Khairatan Mazar Sharif to Herat. And second, about the construction of a new transmission line, Surkhan Puli Khumri. And all these economic projects will give Afghanistan opportunity to create new jobs and increase social economic condition. And also, as I above mentioned, Afghanistan will get us the common access to seaports. And so, in our opinion, Pakistan and Uzbekistan can commonly act in Afghanistan for increasing economy, for example.
And peace.
Yes, and enhancing peace.
Sir, how do you see the role of Uzbekistan in Shanghai Cooperation Organization?
Thank you. When we say about enhancing regional security along with developing bilateral relations, we also mean multilateral relations within framework regional and international organizations, and one of them is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which demonstrated during his activity as one of the most effective and reliable organization, and it's a good platform for open and constructive dialogue. And also Shanghai Cooperation Organization made a huge contribution to enhance regional cooperation in the sphere of fighting against terrorism, religious extremism, and also separatism. For example, the structure of SCO, the regional anti-terroristic structure, which is situated in Tashkent, as we mentioned it as an effective structure. For example, last year they stopped more than 50 terroristic organizations and also detained more than 150 terrorists. And also this structure a good platform for exchange, operative exchange information between the special structures, the members of SCO. And SCO also make a contribution for increasing economic cooperation between states. And so during the last summit in Sindao, our President Shavkat Mirziyoyev stated that SCO should focus on fighting terrorism among youth and also increase business cooperation and also developing projects in the sphere of tourism and also working together in innovation.
Uzbekistan is known for its magnificent historical sites. Moreover, Uzbekistan is very beautiful. Samarkand, Bukhara and Khiva hold rich Islamic heritage. Tourism industry contributes significantly in the country's economy. So, what are your recommendations for tourism between Pakistan and Uzbekistan?
You noticed very right. Tourism gain a major place in the GDP of all states, but unfortunately in Central Asia and also in Pakistan, this sphere don't develop as we want. For example, only 5% of GDP formed only by tourism. So the developing tourism may contribute to increase our economic cooperation, and between Uzbekistan and Pakistan, it's a good example, the resumption of a flight direct from Lahore to Tashkent in 2010. Now we're developing about direct flight from Islamabad to Tashkent and also from Karachi to Tashkent, and it will help to increase our economic cooperation. And you see for us, Pakistan is very closely in cultural sphere, in historical sphere. For example, we have a huge potential. Okay, Uzbekistan has many memorial complexes. For example, in Samarkand, Bukhara, you know these states from childhood, maybe from books, from tales. But also in Pakistan, there are many beautiful places. For example, 2 days ago, I had opportunity to went Margana Hills with representatives of CGC, and they are very beautiful places. And in this case, we have opportunity to develop not only tourism in historical sphere, but also medicine tourism, ecological tourism, and sport tourism. So, in my opinion, we have a huge opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bakhtiyor Mustafayev, for sparing your time and enlightening us with valuable knowledge of Uzbekistan and Pakistan relations. It was truly an honor to have you here with us.
Thank you, ma'am. It's very useful for me also, and I hope we will maintain our cooperation, not only between CGC and our institute, also between Pakistan and Uzbekistan. See you too. Thank you.